in the bill. Yeah, we getting bottles in again. Up the put it in the air. I'm throwing up the, let them know we in here. Yeah, brand new shoes, brand new. The old school, cause I'm feeling real cool. Yeah, I'm from the A, so I'm leaning and rocking. Snapping my fingers, then reaching for my repping my block. Straight from the deck. When you snap your fingers, shout it, gotta jerk your neck. On the best, we don't dead mess. I bet you can't do it. 1, 2 step, then gotta lean back. Yeah, this is how we do it. In the A-time. And if you ain't know, this is how it goes down. Hey, snap your fingers, but do your step. You can do it all by yourself. Let me see you do it. Hey, well, let me see you do it.
It's the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. No bigger stage than this one. Sold out MetLife Stadium, located just outside of New York City. Straight ahead, a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it should be a great one, as it'll be the Houston Texans taking on the New York Jets. The winner here goes to the Super Bowl, and we'll know soon enough which team that'll be as we are underway in the AFC title game. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he's all the way up across the 40 and down at the 42. Great return.
When we spent our time talking to the coaches prior to the game, they emphasized that they wanted a quick start to begin things. Most of the time you think about that on the offensive side of the ball, but in this case, it's the special teams that provide that quick start.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
To throw is Fields. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
One of my own teammates called me the other day when he was watching the game. He said, man, trying to watch an NFL game and trying to account for their passing game, that's difficult. And just when you think you get everything covered, here comes a back out of the backfield. And in this case, he picks up the first down.
Down to the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 47 yards. And the Jets are on the board first here in this AFC Championship game. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Texans nothing. Harrison Davis to kick off.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this one over the back line of the end zone. Well, they definitely don't want to give him a shot at returning it. That's obvious. So the ball will come out to the 30. Looking to put a drive together. Our first carry here for Joe Mixon. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
It's caught inside the 25. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Give him 32 on the play.
I guess we got a good idea about what the game plan is for attacking the secondary. No beating around the bush with this crew. His first throw of the game is a deep shot, and it connects. That's a tendency breaker right there because normally you build up to the big shot, but not in this case.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. A good pickup there at 22.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Nixon is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards. Back to the 3. A loss of 2 there. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Mixon again. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
And now can they reverse the trend on third and goal with the last 2 plays having gone backwards?
18, outside. Move speed left, speed, 19 taxi.
And Stroud now to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
How about the coverage we just saw him break out on third down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On first and 10, it's Hall. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
It's been a long season, but he still looks fresh running the football. He knows his guys are 1 game away from the Super Bowl, so he's going to give it all he's got. And that's a heck of a run right there.
A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Here's Fields. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Danielle Hunter collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Back to throw, Fields. And check down, complete to Hall. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a third down coming up. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And this one is right down the middle. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one.
That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. That's complete. It's Jalen Noel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
A gain of 12. First down, Texans.
Stroud. Down the field, he's got Noel. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 first downs.
Now Stroud. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try to pick up another first down.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag. So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Open man is Higgins. They get 14 yards, but not enough for the first down due to the previous penalty. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Ka'imi Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever known.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Now 3rd down and less than a yard.
Out of the gun, Fields. That is caught. And he is going to have a Jets first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another first.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 42-yard line. A give running right is Hall. 20, 5, and the way in, touchdown, New York. Breece Hall, 42 yards. And the Jets are able to add on to that lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Texans 6. Harrison Beavis.
The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
With a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing now is Stroud. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Jermaine Johnson. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. AFC title game, 2nd quarter action, 2 minutes to play. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
1st and 10 on the 45-yard line.
A shotgun snap to Stroud. This goes out wide for Mixon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield. And he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
He finds his target. It's Schultz. And he'll be touched down at the end, but a big play on that one.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Again, it's Stroud. To Mixon on the check down. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 of the 12. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. A draw play for Mixon.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
The slot man in motion right.
Stroud looking to throw.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, Brandon, we see why it's a team game there because there's a sigh of relief that they just released defensively. If he's able to get that one away, that's likely a touchdown. But instead, that pressure from the front got to him and forced the incompletion.
You're right. He had him open just a split second too late on the release.
Under.
4th down. Stroud going to try to throw for it.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now Fields. Now he'll tuck this and run. Now he's free to midfield.
And he'll take this down the 40-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship.
And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
This to the sideline and over everybody, incomplete. No flags forthcoming, though. Maybe a break there. That looked like a clear throwaway to me. Here's Stroud. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass.
Route to the right. Route to the right.
Stroud working out of the gun.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Here we go. Under. Let the hot.
Stroud to throw it. They'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A really nice gain of 25 yards. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
19, what's that? Under. 19 Texans.
Stroud out of the gun here.
Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Back to throw again. Touchdown, Texans. Jaden Higgins, 30 yards. And the Texans have cut it back within a score. Ka'imi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he bangs it through, makes it a 17-13 ball game.
17, Texans 13.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
Here's 2nd and 10. Fields. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. This defense coming out after the half, and if that plays any indicator, Charles, maybe a little refreshed and refocused here for quarters 3 and 4.
Yeah, they did really well on that one. That's exactly what they need to keep doing if they want to change their fortunes in this game.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
Texans take over first and 10 at their own 47-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Yeah, he'll work 3 from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
47-yard line.
Here we go.
And Stroud now to throw. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Here we go.
They'll give it to Mixon. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans have taken the lead here in this AFC title game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try to get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Second catch of this AFC title game, but he's got a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he'll have a Jets first down. His good running gets him to about the 44. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up first and 10.
Here we go. Right.
Straight ahead is Hall. And a short gain here down to the 22.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd and 8.
Don't jump. Ready?
Back to throw. Fields. He finds Wilson. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. He's up to 88 yards receiving in the ballgame now, and he's got a first down.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
1 quarter remains until we crown the AFC champion. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. They'll run with Hall. And he pushes forward but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and goal from the 1.
Here we go.
Here's Fields on the sneak. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Jets have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game.
24, Texans 20. Harrison Davis to kick
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the fourth quarter, this possession gigantic. Far left side complete. That's Schultz. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know This is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Stroud. Throw right side, taken in by Collins. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Now Stroud. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Well, so far, a little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
Why, Tony? Oh, boy.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
In the red zone, precision is the watchword. If the throw's a little too early, too late, maybe off a little bit, going to be a good chance that any attempt is going to be a contested one, and that one falls incomplete.
Hey, Key, what's that? Hey, uno. Under. Hey, uno more. Hey, south.
Stroud will look to throw once more. And he's got his man in stride, complete. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion or would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Jaden Higgins with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans answered back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And that gives them a 3-point lead. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And up to about the 26-yard. Just across the 25.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. A field goal would tie the game. A touchdown, of course, gives them the lead. Boy, the drama intensifying on every single play with a Super Bowl berth on the line. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Now it's Fields. There's a short one. It's caught by Taylor. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
They'll run with Hall. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a first down.
Well, sometimes, Brandon, it's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Hall again. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5 at the 25-yard line.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. Here comes second down at 5. From the gun, here's Fields. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. He was unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now fourth down.
It's fourth down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Here we go.
They snap it to Fields. Oh, he had to force it there on fourth down, and it's intercepted. And the Texans have just about sewn up this football game. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that, because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Now he's going to step up and run. And Stroud wisely slides down safely after picking up the first down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They're not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Speed left, speed left. 11. South. Hey, uno more.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Second and 10.
Why, Tony? Look at hot. Nike Texas. Oh, boy. 18. That's it.
To throw is Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz.
And these guys certainly not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Only quick, right?
A toss left, Mixon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. South. 18.
Stroud back to throw. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up third down.
They got to get to the 23 here on third.
Oh, hey. Hey, why Tony? Look the high. Under.
Stroud looks to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
Coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
48-yard attempt.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
At their own 36-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Fields. Pass complete to Taylor. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
At the 50-yard line.
Final minute. No timeouts at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Fields. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Go. Slot. Love a slot.
Down to a knee here as the Texans look to let the clock roll. The Texans, they are going to the Super Bowl as we sign off and say goodnight, everybody. And that does it for the conference championship. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And for our entire crew, we'll see you 2 weeks at the Super Bowl. This is the NFL on EA Sports.